starting to do? I didn't even have a chance to send that. You
Hey,
just sent me.
how's it going, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the GM show. Matt's mad at me already. We are
Yeah,
five
I'm pissed.
seconds in. Matt's
Good
already mad at
morning.
me. Good
Good
morning, everybody.
morning. Um,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
how's it going?
you didn't give me any time. You just sit here and send me freaking. Anyways,
Cool.
how's
Well,
it going?
let's just put some dead air there. It's going good. How's everybody today? Happy Friday. We are very late today, but we are still
Yeah.
showing up
Well,
and we are doing this.
usually I'm supposed to send a tweet out and show this all before we go live. But Freeman is a great director. He's a great uh,
Keep the train rolling.
director of the show.
You obey
And
the
he
countdown timer. I mean, is that not law? Do we not obey the countdown
well,
timer?
that means you had 5 minutes to send me the link, and you waited till there's 20 seconds to send it to me.
That's true.
So
I think there was
that's what
less
you
than
did.
that, but yeah. So,
Okay,
shall we
well,
talk about
my
some
show's done.
crypto
Yeah,
headlines?
yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What's happening today?
Well, tickets to this year's Super Bowl will come with a souvenir NFT.
Oh,
How
shut
cool is
up!
that?
Really? What is this? What does
Yeah.
it say? This?
Attendees
Yeah.
will receive commemorative NFTs alongside their tickets as part of a deal between NFL and Ticketmaster.
How would
So
they
that's
how would
cool.
they claim their NFTs? Like how do you tell that? How do you verify that someone's has a legit Super Bowl ticket?
Ooh, wow. You're going to ask the difficult questions, huh? It sounds
Well, did you
like,
read the article?
oh,
Did
yes,
it
of
say?
course. Of course. I read
Like I
this.
just said the headline,
I
man.
read this, and it's very sophisticated. The answer to your question is in there, but I don't want to bore the viewers with the technical details. So we'll just move on. We'll move
Um,
on. That was good.
Send them, yeah, the
You
link
had
will
good
be in
commentary
description
there.
to the
You had
article.
good
Huh?
commentary. That was good commentary. Good job.
You
Good
could
job.
have. You could have.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Anyway. All right. Well.
You
All
know
right.
what?
I
I
won't
think we should
ask
just
questions
skip all
about the
these.
articles
I
anymore.
think we should skip all these. I don't think it.
Just go on. Next one. Next one. I think that's cool though. I think the that's a really dope idea. It would be cooler if the NFTs were the ticket. That would kind of make a little bit more sense to
Yeah,
me. But
that would be
um,
really cool.
a souvenir to the Super Bowl. I guess that's cool. It'll last maybe longer than the physical ticket. That's something. I don't know. That's
Is it
something to
just
some people, maybe.
me, or is like covering crypto news just this kind of Groundhog Day effect where it's the same pretty much headlines every day? Either there was a hack or some old company that's not relevant anymore is getting into NFTs, or somebody raised a bunch of money for some really crazy
Are you
idea.
calling the NFL irrelevant? Is that what you're saying? Did you just call
No,
it
I'm
NFL irrelevant?
calling Nintendo. Well, maybe, I guess, but I'm also calling
Nintendo's not
Nintendo
irrelevant.
irrelevant. All the Switch boys are about to whip out their
Hmm.
Switches on me. About to pull
Yeah,
their
man, my kids
Switches
love the
out
Switch.
and switch it up. But yeah, Nintendo hints it's interested in NFTs and the metaverse. Just
Yeah, I
another
bet
company
that's
piling
awesome.
on.
Yeah, I think that's great news for. I mean, because like we were talking about last time, is
Yeah.
just how games is going to be a way for whether you're for everyone that's not in crypto yet, the video games are going to be what gets people into the crypto community, I think,
Yeah, for
or
sure.
at least with NFTs and stuff. So I think the mainstream adoption like that is huge. It was huge. So
Yeah.
um, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very bullish on
I
gaming
agree. We
NFTs.
need
Very bullish.
to. We
Because yeah, the same
need.
thing is with yeah. Could you imagine with Mario, all the little coins you get, that you're tallying up that you could actually exchange for some Mario tokens and then buy some cool new Mario costumes and stuff like that for your characters or new rare characters that you can then buy and then you could take those tokens and swap them for Ethereum and then or cake and then stake cake and anyways, you can do a lot of cool stuff, man. It's
And we
gonna be
haven't
cool.
even talked
I
about
just
Pokemon yet.
Oh gosh, are they saying NFTs too, or what? Oh,
Well,
well, and
that's
Nintendo. Does
Nintendo,
Nintendo own
right?
Pokemon? Is that a Nintendo thing?
I don't know. I haven't been around
Dude, I don't know. I'm not a
in a long
Pokemon
while.
guy.
It's been a long time since I played Pokemon on Game Boy. Anyway, yes, gaming important, good for adoption, great use case, love it. What I don't love is phishing scams. Sounds like Binance is warning about a phishing scam out there. There's a new text
Mm.
message scam where you get a little text that says that there was a withdrawal that was requested from your account from an unknown IP, and then you got to go to that URL.
Ooh,
You know,
that's
it's kind of a
sneaky.
classic phishing scam, right? Get someone to go to a
It
fake
is,
URL.
but
But yeah,
yeah,
sneaky stuff. Sneaky
the
stuff.
text message is sneaky.
That's a recurring theme here on
Yeah,
this
that's
show. Is you got
interesting.
to keep your security
Keep
up.
yeah,
Be secure,
keep
folks,
your head up.
and
Keep your head on a
keep your
swivel.
head on a
Be
swivel.
careful out there.
Yeah, there's scammers
Yeah, keep it on a swivel.
everywhere in the
Well,
crypto
I
space.
always do. I get texts. Let me show you some of my texts. I get like these random numbers,
Be
right?
careful.
And
I
they
don't know
just
if
have
we
a
want to see
link.
your text.
You mean? Don't worry.
just,
No
just, just,
sex
just,
texts here.
just,
No,
just.
no,
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 please.
no dick
Okay.
pics. Everyone,
Okay.
none of that kind of.
Why'd you have to go there?
What? Like no, like this one. Like I just get this creepy. Like
Sorry,
I'm never
everyone.
gonna click something like that, but it's just a weird link. It's just a link.
I don't
Anyways,
believe you.
I got a few of them. It's I
Okay.
get them a couple like
Cool.
sometimes a couple a
So,
day. It's
so you click
messed
on
up.
every one of them? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying is never click on a link from a weird text you get. Never click on the
Oh.
link because even the
Oh,
link
that's what
alone
you're
is just
saying.
bad. Like just once you click on it, just don't, just don't.
It's true. Just don't
I should
click on
just
it.
delete the text so I don't accidentally click on it. That's something I should probably do.
That's very smart.
Just delete them.
Very clever. I like the way you think.
See, in this show, you get a lot of good advice on security stuff and whatnot. 'Cause, we talk about text messaging on here.
Yeah, man.
All
I
right,
think the
next
boomers
article.
will appreciate this
Don't
show. I think we're
yeah,
gonna have
don't click on random links that you get text. Please don't. I'm always nervous my wife's gonna do that, and then all of a sudden my account's gonna be all my bank account's gonna be drained. I'll be like, you should have watched my YouTube show, and I told you not to click on random links.
Turns out it was actually you that clicked on it.
It's gonna be my it's gonna be one of my kids on his
Blame it on
phone
the
or
kids.
something. His account's gonna be drained.
Other
Yeah.
news everyone's talking about. Bitcoin has reclaimed 40K. Bunch of other tokens are up. So I think that seems like a good way to
Gosh.
segue into looking at some charts.
All right, let's do this.
Cue the
So
music.
last night
To the
um
chart desk.
last night I was up. Hold up. I gotta get the charts up. Okay. So I'm gonna do this full screen. Let's get this full screen going. Um, so last night in the Discord, I'm starting to post more in Discord. Okay, I'm gonna start posting um,
Yes.
what I'm doing and what my results are, my losses, my wins, and my losses. Okay, so here we have last night in the Discord, right? I was saying I'm not gonna get into any. I took like a short down um, here, and I scalped one of these wicks. Right, it was kind of a risky move. I sat through a lot of crud to get that, but I knew that if I were entering a position here, I knew it would be a small, quick scalp. I knew that it wasn't going to be any movement down, right? Because we were really hitting a lot of levels, and especially on the other altcoins, right? They were hitting their patterns much more nicely than Bitcoin is. And so I was like, yeah, all right, I'm going to enter it. I got a quick little scout. Nice. Happy days. And then we
Oh
get,
no.
and then I was like, I'm not entering in, right? I'm not going to be doing anything until I get a green dot on the 4 hour, basically an oversold dot, right? So I waited. I entered in. Most of my positions were entered in last night, and very happy I did. Um, I of course I always sell too soon, but I took profits. I took profits, and I'm happy. Um, so I'll post those in the Discord as well. But yeah, it's it definitely I because I wasn't quite sure last night. Right, I was going to bed, and I was like, I'm not quite sure if it was what time was that? It was probably like around here, right? I was like, okay, at this point, it could either you really don't know. It could have went right back down like that, or like that, and look at what happened. So I think I was faced with two decisions, and I was about to go to bed. I was like, two of these options are going to happen, and I'm either if I kept my long, I was going to wake up the next morning be super happy, or the other option was I'm going to wake up and be super sad. But I know one thing for sure is that I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep on it. I probably would have been stressing out way too much about this. So I sold last night before I went to bed. Um, I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was great profits on pretty much all the tokens I was on, and yeah, it's just I had to sit through quite it's just a lot of this, right, and it was just a mind game, right? It was all mental, and it's if I would have obviously kept that. See, I could be sitting here saying, oh man, beating myself up for leaving so much profit on the table here, uh, but all this profit up here, I just left it. And I think that kind of mentality is useless, right? I'm happy I got profits. The market gave me profits, and I took it. I'm stoked. It could have gone, you know, it could have gone the absolute other direction. I would have been wrecked. You don't know. So just be happy when the market gives you profits. Take it, and that's how last night went. This morning, I was too busy with the kiddos and everything, so I was not able to really plan any trades. So I'm definitely looking for looking for longs right now. But we might be doing right. Let's see what could Bitcoin do now. So Bitcoin can obviously just keep pumping. I would look to have Bitcoin come down and at least retest down here and then pop up. Or Bitcoin, guys, you come up and come right down. I should hear them. Cause let's look at Kingfisher, right? Kingfisher's cool. You get to see. Gosh, I've got to get my. Whenever I come on, I never have my liquidation charts up for these streams. So I'll get better at this, guys. But yeah, let's look at the liquidation, or let's pull up this pic or this tweet, right? I'm gonna just because basically what we're looking at now is where's the liquidity, right? Because that's where the market maker is going to move the price. All right. That's how they make money. They move for where the liquidity is. All right. And so it's very useful to see where the points are where there's a lot of potential liquidations. All right. Because everyone's, so many people are doing like 100x leverage or, um, 50% leverage, whatever, very high leverages. And shoot, even more, some are even more than 100%. It's just insane. So all right, let's get on to this browser here. All right. So here, right? So this was taken this morning. So currently the price is actually up over here, right? But look at all these liquidations here. So we could easily see the price come down here to snatch these up. All right. And that's what, probably around the 36,500, 36, 4, 36, 3, something like that. I would see maybe come down here, but usually it really goes for these. You see the market maker chase these liquidations, these long, right? Because this is what's worth the move right there. These two, this is quite a bit. So look at these for levels on for it to return to, all right, and then potentially bounce up. And this could be like a quick wick, right? This could be what Jason Casper refers to as chickens drinking water. All right, this is what just come on down, get these liquidations, price pops right back up. So let's see what that would look like on the chart. So it's like 36. So this is the first time I'm like looking at the chart with you guys, all right, this morning. So this is let's take a look here. All right, so we're looking at 36 to maybe what? Yeah, so somewhere right around here, guys. So I would say you could see the price potentially. And look, you got this giant green vector candle. All right, this is a big zone that it wants to take, that it'll take back. This is a bunch of shorts the market maker has taken. All right, because this, right, big green candles likes to fool investors in thinking that that is a buyer's market. Let's buy, go long, 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 long. Well, someone's got to be selling, all those traders. Someone's got to be shorting, right? That's the market maker. The market maker, it is a seller's market. The market maker is selling to the traders right there. So you're gonna want to, not gonna want, I'm, I would think the price would come back down and at least reclaim some of this candle. Um, so, you know, uh, and everyone's gonna freak out, right? Because everyone, so many liquidations down here, guys. This is pretty far down too. What? I mean, that's back down to the level that that's where my long was from last night. Almost, not quite. My yeah, pretty darn close. So it's yeah. I mean, be careful out there, guys. Don't get FOMO'd in. Um, because there's signs that the price could come right back down, right? Because the market maker doesn't care about price, doesn't care about your patterns. Like right now, everyone's freaking out because it's uh it's breaking it's breaking through. It has been like 3 months trying to break this trend line, right? It's basically been going down. This trend line has been basically going down like this, right? And here it's broken it. Everyone's freaking out, and I'd be careful. I'd definitely be careful because even if it wanted to rebound off of it, right, guys? Even if it, let's say, if everyone's going off of these trend lines, it broke through the line, Who knows how far it might go? It might come up here. Might come up and hit this important fib level. Come back down, kind of type deal. Oh, whoop, come down and reclaim. And look, guys, it could still, and then it could still rebound off of the trend line, but that sucker's still going down. It could still hit lower prices. It could still reclaim these vector candles down here. It could still bounce off of the fib down here. Yesterday I was saying that we could be hanging out in this zone for a while. So it's cool. It's breaking. It's cool. It's breaking and whatnot. But um, just be careful. Just because it's breaking up doesn't mean it's always going to be pumping up. All right. Because this is trading's all about trapping traders. All right. Market makers just trying to trap traders all the time. This big green vector candle smells sus to me, right? So just because that a market maker took out a bunch of shorts there, so be careful. All right, so let's look at some other tokens. What do you want to look at, LaFleur?
That was good. That was good. Let's look at Avax.
All right, Avalanche. All right, so I'd say this is a decent pump, juicy. Yeah, Avax was an actually I don't know if my order went through for the Avax one. I tried it. So when I trade, I try to I buy up I'll try trading 8 or more tokens, right? So um, I get quite a bit of positions in at one time, and and a lot of times, right, the whole market is kind of moving together. You'll get those ones that are definitely working a little bit differently, but in general, the market usually moves in the same direction, and just some tokens outperform others on given moves. Not all the time, right? It's nothing is every trade, every position is unique. You could do all these patterns and all these different things. It did this pattern in the past, and this is looking very similar to that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because if it was going to repeat the same pattern, that would mean that every single person that was trading in the past is trading right now the same exact positions with the same exact trade volume and everything, price and that whatnot. And that's not the case, right? You don't, right? To assume that is to assume that what all the people on the outside watching are going to do. You don't really know that. So, anyways, we don't know how high this pump is going to be. I would say I would look out, what's our levels? What's some confluences that we got here? So we got the 200 EMA up here, and look at that. It's hovering at the top of some vector candles there. I would definitely be I would say that it's probably gonna, Avalanche here is gonna want to take that, right? Um, you got some resistance that'll be hitting up here as well. So I don't, will this pump take out all of this resistance and move up to this level right away? It could. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of big, big money wave, money flow, and we got, yeah. I mean, this is raging now. So at least I would say, if I was in a trade, I'd be waiting to hit this level to take some profits for sure. Or if you're in profit now, definitely take some profits now, um, and and see what happens. Because what could happen is that it hits up here, right? And it kind of just sits up here for a while, and then kind of corrects itself. Maybe gets this vector candle, hits some resistance here, and then pops back up. Right? Because this, yeah, that seems like something it would kind of go with this pattern, right? So, and maybe the 50 EMA, 50 EMA would be probably around there. So that's what I'd probably be looking out for. But it could always just be pumping up. I don't know. So that's AVAX for you, and I bet you a lot of. Let's take a look at Ethereum. See, Ethereum for me yesterday was just taking off last night. It was outperforming everyone. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I have all these drawings here. So I'd like to see Ethereum. Yeah, I mean the thing is, see, this could be the sign. I mean, that could have been the tip, right? That could have been. It could maybe even double tap it. Maybe it reverses from here. Maybe right now it's obviously hitting some sort of support here. It's hitting the 200 EMA. This is the 4 hour, guys. So this is who know. I'll take a look at the lower time frame and see what's going on. But yeah, interesting. 24-minute. We got. See, I'd be wondering if this is the peak. I don't know. I'm suspicious this is the peak for Ethereum, only because look, so we got it's stalling up here. Momentum wave could be exhausted. I mean, but we got up. VWAP looks like it is pointing down. So I'm a little so right now I wouldn't be doing longs right now because you could be longing the top, right? You might not be. It could continue to go up. I don't know, but to me, when I'm looking at charts, it's the probability of it being the top is a little. It's too hard. It's too high for me to take the trade, right? To go long right now. I'm not going to FOMO in, right? Because look at these vector candles right here on 24-minute. Could totally come down and take these out super easily in the next within the next few hours, right? So be careful right now. Don't FOMO in. You could be FOMOing at the top. It's just too because a lot of these levels, like if we go back to Bitcoin, Bitcoin really is. It's interesting to kind of watch Bitcoin because it's almost like the drama queen of the whole the
That's
crypto,
funny.
right? Because it's like whatever, yeah. So if you look, I mean, it's gonna want to come back down, and here's some fib levels in this zone, some fib levels. You have what is it, the 13 EMA here. It could definitely come down and tap that. You have these giant vector candles. This is the 24-minute. So yeah, local giant vector candles here. Yeah, so you can easily see this. This smells like the top for a little while, right? It's gonna want to correct itself. Maybe maybe what it would want to do is come down, uh, hit some resistance, come back up. What you'd want to see then is really challenge those fib levels and break through them. Given the weekend, I don't know. You could see it bounce off and kind of play in this range. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But those are the different things I'd be looking out for. And now, what could happen too, right? It could just be just this is just this really small correction, right? It just bounces off these fib levels and comes right back up. So, a couple things right now. All right, let's go over what I'm looking at. Bounce off the fib levels, go up. Come down, take these vector candles, hit the support there, go up. When it comes up, It could break through the fib or bounce right off of it. That's what I would be looking out for. That's what I'd be looking out for. I'm not sure which, just watch out. Just play, do just, do your strat and have, don't let your emotions um, get in the way because, right, what could happen. That's all you can do is just think of like what could happen if I put a trade in. What's the probability of one of those scenarios happening? And so just be careful, all right? Because right now you definitely see steam running out, VWAPs pointing down, money flow pointing down. Careful, okay, guys, careful. This smells trap to me on like right. Big moves don't show the trend. The smaller moves show the trend. True trend. True trend. Anyways, yeah, I'm sus here. I'd be ready to kind of get ready to short. What does the 4 hour K wave look like? I'm sure it's pretty raging. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, with the 4 hour, see the thing with the 4 hour, right? So, when you trade on like the 4 hour, like this is where you want to get out. You got, this is when you want to take profits because what happens in the 4 hour, because it's so long, is that if you were trading like just based off of overbought, oversold, right? Let's say you shorted here. Okay, you get here, sweet. You got these huge candlesticks, and right here you might be thinking, all right, let's go. Let's go. Let's keep going down. It's going to go down. Especially, this is the psychological part, right? If you're in this much profit, you just take it, right? You take your profits because this, and you're psychologically in that. If you're in this trade, you might be thinking, maybe you're thinking, oh, I got to make X amount of dollars today, so I'm going to stay in this trade because it could come down here. It could take this vector candle up. It could do that, right? You're psychologically thinking what could happen, and so you're dreaming about all this cool stuff. Oh, it's going to come down. It's reversing, like thinking, oh crap. Okay, well, it's just a little pullback. It's going to be fine. Oh, look, it's coming back down. It's going to be fine. Look at this. This is where I'm going to make my money. This is it right here. It pops up and then just wrecks you, man. It just wrecks you. You could have had profits here if you were just trying to take profits, but you're getting greedy. You're thinking what could have been, what I can have, going Lambo. Stupid. Dumb. Just take profits, man. Just take profits. So like that's why you gotta be careful. You can't go dot to dot. You can't just sit there because you will. That's how you'll because it's gonna reverse on you within that wave. It's the reversal is gonna happen within that wave, not after. Right? It's not anyway. It's just momentum. Just follow momentum. Take your profits. You never knew the market was going to give you those profits in the first place. Anyway,
Take
all right. Anything? What
profits.
is there anything else? Is there anything else I should cover for the weekend? I have no
Yeah.
idea. I don't trade on the weekend.
Boom.
I stay out.
Dang.
Don't I just don't
You
because
heard it.
it's too um it's too volatile. Like there's just too much weird stuff
Hmm.
that doesn't work with a lot of my TA. It's just like a lot of times it's also just rangy.
Hmm.
Your biggest moves are going to be on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Um, those are going to be your big move days.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's when I focus most of my trading. Weekends, I tend to stay out. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm not quite sure. And the weekends, the weekends, the market maker loves to trap people on the weekends because he knows, right? They know that's when if you're not trading during the week because you got a job or something and you're trading on the weekends, you're gonna be a trader that's more likely to be FOMOing in on these kind of candles and getting trapped in longs at the top and shorts at the bottom, right? That's all they're trying to
Yeah.
do. They're just trying to trap liquidity. So just be careful because, like I said, lots of liquidation sitting down here. Lots of liquidations sitting here. So careful. Careful.
I think that's some pretty good non-financial advice.
Non-financial advice.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Well, thanks. That was great. Thank you, Weatherman. Thank you, MDW Jones.
Don't put the W in my name. That's weird.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know. My bad.
I tell you that every show. Every show.
Oh yeah. I just forget. I was gonna show this little tweet from Kingfisher 2 that kind of lines up with what you were just saying. Showing the liquidity pools down below in the depths of the charts. And yeah, could we be going for a fishing expedition soon? That's kind of what it might look like.
And if you're like, you know, it doesn't see, yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of trader you are. If you're a trend line trader, if you're a momentum trader, or you know, a levels trader, like whatever kind of trader you are, like it's showing that, you know, it's just gonna, it has the potential to get down there. Like, just be careful.
Yep.
You know, because right now I'm telling, like, see that it's the people that are like getting bings on their crypto.com app and their Binance app. It's like, look, it market's pumping, it's raging. Everyone gets FOMO'd in. Everyone starts buying.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
And
the alerts.
That's when you get trapped.
The alerts, the clickbait alerts.
Yeah, well, people, and it's the retail traders that are FOMOing it, and get trapped. You know,
yeah.
So you just gotta, you know, and we're all retail. Like, I'm retail trader, but it's you just gotta be careful.
Yeah,
be careful.
Man, those
the market maker wants your money.
Makers. Those pesky market makers. Well,
hey, I've been taking their money all week. So
oh well, wow,
they're good.
Flex
they're
on
good
them.
With me.
If you want to see Matt's wins, go check out the Discord. You can go to dgendefi.org.
Now they're gonna be liquidation hunting. Like, that's really the.
That's the name of the game.
Just kind of follow liquidations. Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow the wake of the market makers in a sense. So if you're smart about
exactly. That's.
Yeah. You know,
yeah,
we're gonna get a sponsorship from Kingfisher. We're gonna be sponsored by Kingfisher. The show is. You don't even know that.
All right,
yet,
maybe I'll start using
it.
Then. I should probably use it. I should probably just start using it then. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. You're making me sick. Anyway, everybody,
you don't just sit there and be like, "Oh, I have 3 viewers.
Our fight.
Let me go get a freaking sponsorship."
We won't air our fight in front of everybody. Mommy and Daddy will take this to the bedroom. Meanwhile, everybody, please subscribe. Please like this live stream, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, you sound pretty desperate, dude. You sound desperate.
But and check out the other videos on the channel. It's not just this daily live stream, although this is daily at 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Freeman's got some dope tutorials.
I've got some toots.
Check them out. You want to make a cool NFT site? You want to make a minting site? He's got you.
Yeah, that's right. There's a minting one. There's a 2-part now. It's 2 parts, essential 2 parts. But there's that, and there's another one. I'm going to do another live one soon, maybe today. We'll see. Where I'm going to show how to build an NFT gallery. So
nice.
That was a user request. So if you have user requests, drop them in the comments on those videos. Other than that, you can follow Matt at his Twitter, whatever it is. You can follow us on DJDeFi.org.
MD Jones Trading. MD Jones Trading is what it is.
W.
No
Jones
W.
trailing.
No W.
Matthew Douglas
Jones.
Walker
Yeah, there you go.
Bush Jones. I mean Jones. Okay. No one knows
Why do you do that? You make it
what's
look
going
so
on
weird.
anymore. This is where the drop
What
off
are you
is.
doing?
When you look at the
Yeah, this
analytics
is
and it shows
yeah.
where people
No,
drop, it's right about here.
all right.
So
Like, share, subscribe.
we have to
Good
shill
morning.
a bunch at the end of every show. You
Have a
have to
good one.
understand. It's in our
Yep.
nature. So go to the
Well,
Discord.
it's just what you have to do.
Like the video. Go to the
Name
Discord.
of the
Subscribe.
game.
Like it. Bye. 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 We need an outro.